Hello there! I hope you are doing well. So today in Dragon City we have a brand new Fog Island event with the new Exodus dragon available along with some other dragons. And today I will be sharing with you the map guides that I have created because I've created 3 separate maps this time. This first map is going to be if you're going for Exodus mainly, the main event reward dragon. The second one is going to be Exodus plus some event chests. And the third one is just going to be the egg chests. But if you want to know where you can take a look at these in higher quality, maybe you want to have your own copy so that you can download and just use whenever, it can be found in the DC event guide section of my Discord server, and you can join my Discord server through the link that's in the description, and I'll also post it in the comments. But if you ever want to take a look at the guides themselves, you'll see it's posted here. You can click them, open in browser, or just download them, and that is how you can have your own copy of these. Now, in this, I've included the costs for each of these paths and also the total cost. And essentially, this path that I've drawn up here, if we follow the red line is the initial path, the yellow line indicates the return tiles, which are 5 currency each to go back on. So if we take all of this into account, the total cost for getting Exodus is going to be 5,410 currency. If we include the Insignias, because there are a ×2 insignia and a ×3 insignia in the top right hand section, then it would be 5,620 currency. But the total amount of fog coins that you can get from all of the resets in this event, so you know how every 8 hours you can log in and get your hands on 600 currency, plus then we've got, you know, the starting currency as well. So including all of that and all of the resets, you can get a total of 5,400 just from the resets. Now, if we include day 1 ads, because in the game, as always, we do actually have some ads in here, then that is all of these ads, and we've got this, which is a jackpot roulette, and you can get up to 1,000 currency per jackpot roulette, which, of course, it's very unlikely. But if we just take the minimum value of 30 currency on these, then that's the value that I've taken. As a minimum with day 1 ads, you can get 6,105. And now on top of that, we do also have the quests, which I haven't actually included because for one reason or another, a lot of people end up not finishing off these quests. So the total amount that you can get is actually going to be very slightly higher when you can do the quests as well. I just wanted to include all of that basic information. So the total that you can actually get if we include the quests themselves as well is going to be 50 plus 200 plus 300, 350, 450, and then of course the extra egg chests. But of course that's if you do all of the quests, which a lot of people don't log in for them, which is why for this particular one I haven't included it on the image file itself. But if you do all of those, then you'll probably be closer to 6,500 currency. And plus take into account that we might get ads on day 2 of this event as well, which would mean that maybe we can get closer to 7,000 currency. But that is a lot of what ifs and extras on top. So just take all of that into account when we're going through this guide here. But generally speaking, all that you'll have to do is very similar to the previous events with how you'd use this guide. You'd go down to the right, come back right down to the bottom to the right, come up and get the left-hand side piece for Exodus. Then you go back up to the center, go on to the left-hand side path, come back, then go up to the top right, and then you won't have to pay back the currency when you go through the top path that way. But the Insignias plus Exodus should be very easily doable, and so if we take all of that into account, that this path itself should be super easy, it does mean that you should be able to pick up some of the egg nest chests on your way through this event. And so that is what the second image file here is showcasing, how you can get a few more nest egg chests while you're going for Exodus. So I haven't included the yellow paths here, but they are included in the total. So here is, again, not putting any of the total currency that we can earn, but with the Insignias and every single one of these that are indicated, it would be 8,245. However, if we don't collect the top right-hand egg chest and this egg chest here, which is indicated by the purple path, then the total cost would be 7,335. And honestly, I think this may be doable, including quests plus day 2 ads if we get them. So I think this is more of a realistic path that people will be able to finish off and reach. And the benefit of this path here is that if you do happen to get lots of bonus currency, at least the top right egg chest, you can just not get that one if it ends up being, you know, 400-ish currency too expensive. And same with that other chest that's the purple. If you just don't have 500 extra currency, just don't spend it. And so usually the best thing to do with this event is to actually save up all of your currency, because if you save up all of your currency, and don't do the tutorial bit, if you save up all of your currency, you'll know roughly how much you have to work with. So I'd only recommend spending your currency in the final reset to second last reset of the event, because then you can just open up the map guides and then you'll know exactly, or very close to, how much you can actually get out of the event. Because if you just start going down a particular path, or you say like oh, I'm not going to be able to get any of the nest egg chests, so I'm not going to bother with them, but then you get a jackpot, you're going to miss out on at least a chest or two. So you don't want to be doing that. So that is the second map that I've got here. The third one's a little bit blurrier. You'll have to forgive me. When I was doing it in paint, paint actually exploded. I'm sure you can still see roughly the pathway here, but it is a little bit blurrier than the other two. I can only apologize for that, technical issues. But anyway, we have this path here, and I haven't done the super duper min-maxing on this one. I just wanted to give an example of some nest egg chests that we can get. But at the same time, the bottom left-hand side path, you'll see I've drawn in light blue. I'm not including that at all in the totals. That's only if you, say, want to go for a path like that. And the top left-hand side path, this one here, which gives 3 extra nest egg chests, you don't have to go down that path if you can't afford it. And I have included that here. So the egg chest, bottom right, we've got the cost. The total cost for the red path would be 7,390. With Insignias, it'd be 7,735. And then you can skip the top left-hand currency if you don't happen to get enough, which you might do depending on your jackpots and ads and things like that, and quests, of course. So that is just a general rough idea of the pathways that you could take in this event. Again, there might be something slightly cheaper, but if you just at least want to have a guide that will show you, you know, where everything is and you can just follow it without having to think, this is just a quick mock-up third map that I've come up with. But the first and second maps, for the most part, should give you the basic pathways that most players should probably go down. Again, it's very similar to the previous fog events. It's just sometimes they'll change up a couple of the item positions generally. But I do hope that that makes sense. Again, if you want to download them, please do check out my Discord server. But I think that this event is very doable. And plus, if you do manage to get your hands on Exodus, which technically you'd want to get your hands on Exodus as quickly as possible, then you can start taking part in the Exodus quests. I know that, of course, some of the Exodus quests, well, a lot of them are going to require an empowered and leveled up Exodus, but, you know, you can still get quite a few things out of this event, as long as you know, get the Exodus Dragon. You can at least get a few of those really nice quest goodies. So the question is, do you want to go exclusively for the nest egg chest, or do you want to go for the dragon straight away to get these quests done? It's up to you, really, but don't ignore the egg collection that we've got going on. Like, I've just finished the second one here, and you'll see that the next requirement requires the actual Exodus Dragon. So by this time, we'd want to be getting our hands on the dragon as soon as we can. So I know it's tough. You'll want to wait to save your currency to see what you can afford, but at the same time, you're going to have the pressure of getting Exodus as quickly as possible. I know, there's all this stress that they're putting on you on purpose, and then a lot of us are going to want to pick up the Insignias. I'd highly recommend picking up the Insignias if you've been collecting them so far, because, like, I'm currently at 108, so I still want to give it a good try and at least pick up as many Insignias as physically possible. But this egg collection event, again, you can get a few perks. You can get some Joker Orbs and a Phoenix perk. So this is the one that you'd want to be going for if you're going exclusively for nest egg chests. This would be a possible, I guess, collection that you could finish off. I know that there's 15 of these spotty eggs, which will be tough, but I think this one should be doable. The final one, probably not, but this one may be doable if you are grinding the arena as well, because don't forget that on top of us having the arena alliance chest, we can also get patterned eggs, striped eggs, spotty eggs, and orbs of high nest out of the arena. So you should really be doing your arena fights as soon as they come up every single time. which, speaking of which, I need to fail this battle in a second. But anyway, like I said, I hope that you managed to get everything that you want out of this event. There are some other dragons in this event, like, you know, the Easter dragon. We've got the Josean dragon, lunar eclipse. They're pretty cool, but Exodus has a flying egg follower, so 100% I really want Exodus and some event items. But if you do want to download those maps, like I said, they're in my Discord server, which I will link. So good luck. I hope they help you out. And I guess for now, ciao.